I want to point out another comparison between them. They're both Basque.
And
they both look like two different versions of vampires.
100.
Because Emery's more like a Dracula,
Yeah.
like old school kind of
Come
thing.
in here.
And Emery's more like a Twilight, modern day, wearing a turtleneck. He's allowed in the sun like him. That one.
Like Unai is definitely the typical one you see in Transylvania.
He's in a castle.
High
Like-
collars, coming here,
But
coming
shall I
here.
tell you the truth though? I think that's a better vampire. Welcome back to Filthy. It is the last day of 2025 and I just want to remind you that we publish new football content every week on a Monday, Wednesday and of course on a Friday. Please be sure to subscribe, ring the bell, get notified. Do not miss out like you haven't all 2025.
It's the busiest time of year for us, man. Can't get a minute's rest, family life, you get me, gym balance, it's all over the place.
I hear that, man. I feel like I'm just eating the same thing. There's not much time, man.
We've got a busy 2026, AFCON, World Cup. So whatever time we've got now is a blessing, Lips.
I hear that. That's where Thrive enters the mix. Thrive meals are delivered straight to your door, ready to heat and eat in minutes.
Which gives us our time back to focus on the projects we've got set for 2026.
With Thrive, there's a weekly changing menu with 100 meals to choose from each month, meaning we get some great variety.
Thrive uses 100% natural ingredients with none of that nasty stuff. No UPFs, no artificial flavours.
And the food is all prepared fresh by in-house chefs, so it tastes like your favourite home-cooked meal.
I particularly like the harissa lamb meatballs, fam. Damn.
I bet you did.
The meals are high in protein, macro balance, and it's approved by nutritionists.
The Cajun prawns and the Spanish-style rice was divine.
So if you're like us and you want an hour a day back to start 2026, right?
Go to thrive.co.uk. That is FRIVE.co.uk/filthy to get 40% off your first box. Code filthy to get 40% off your first week. 20% off weeks 2 and 3 included in that as well.
What a deal.
Before we do the update, can I just introduce the young man that's next to Steve-O, an absolute legend in the scene. P, you say your name. I'll give you a round of applause because I love you, Plastician. You're an absolute legend. He has actually watched Filthy for so long, and we've been having conversations about you forwarding on for a very long period of time. Introduce yourself, tell everybody at home who you are, and wagwan.
I'm a plastician, South London, born and raised, and it's a pleasure to get the call up. Feels like it's my first cap today, so thanks for doing the call up.
Who does he support though?
That's what I'm saying, plastician. Let me just ask, we just got a
Plastician?
Yeah.
What's that mean?
No, because you see him, he's anti-grime, anti-everything
Yes.
that is great in the UK, so he don't know about things. Don't worry about him. Yeah, but let's ask the questions. Obviously, plastician, South London, born and raised, so we know naturally who do you support.
Man United.
Of course, of course.
I couldn't believe it.
Proper
Couldn't
South
believe
London,
it.
do you know what I mean?
Nah, that's proper South London.
I thought you was,
That's
brother, I
proper
thought you was
South
gonna say
London.
the way the top set up, Millwall, come on. I was waiting for it.
This is a Greek top, actually. This is Athens, yeah.
Is it? Oh, I thought that was a bad jacket. Is it a kit? He's got some classic
This
tops
is
in it.
Athens Kalatea.
How many jerseys do you have?
I don't know.
If you got
Too
an
many.
Athens journey,
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
a
you
lot.
got a
yeah.
lot deep.
This
Gone
one's a
deep.
few, maybe 3 or 4 seasons
That's
back.
a cold drip
Yeah.
though.
It's like a smart one.
You Scottish?
Nah.
Looks Scottish, doesn't it? It does look
Is
Scottish. I
it?
said that, yeah.
Can I ask you a question? Do you have a German top?
I've got a few, yeah.
Would you ever put Verts on the back?
Do you know what? I was a big fan of Wirtz.
Yeah?
Coming through at Leverkusen, watching him there.
Thanks.
He was a big player for them.
Will you be
So-
happy to know he finally scored? So we're giving him a big round of applause here at Filthy Fellas.
Florian.
I was defeated, you won the
Well
war.
done.
Steve-O, you're
Flo.
bigger than that, yeah? And I respect you. Yeah, I respect you. You know.
Flow works, man.
Flow.
Listen, we dropped a January signings only draft on Sunday, which was a mistake. Would you like content to carry on being dropped on Sunday? Let us know. And make sure you watch that after you watch this. And that's 2025.
Wrapped.
What do you mean? What, was it an accident? Yeah. No, but you know how Christmas days
Bro,
are.
you do not know what day
it is,
bro.
bro.
We're recording tomorrow.
Yeah, it's true, actually.
What
It's
do you mean? He
true.
dropped an episode just...
So basically what
Don't know
happened,
what-
on Sunday
void.
at 5, I get a phone, Sunday at 7, I get a phone call from Jad. He's panicking. I'm thinking, Giza, it's Sunday, what's the matter? Poet, what? the episode's live. I said, oh no, now I'm panicking. Then I'm like, there's no need to
Now I'm
panic, just
panicking.
take it off. And then you're like, oh, how was it doing, by the way? It was doing pretty well, to be fair. So, but now we took it off. It should be.
You
up
took
now.
it down?
Of course we did.
No, man, that's people just eating their roast.
Yeah.
Oh,
sir.
dog.
It's dark, fam. It's dark.
Dog.
11:59 p.m, man. But it's up now, so please do watch and see that I picked the best team.
Anyway, we're officially halfway through the season. Well, for some teams anyway. 19 games played out of the 38.
Arsenal are top of the league by a fraction. A fraction. And regardless of yesterday's result, there is something we've been meaning to discuss in detail. It sparked a few debates, especially here and on Twitter. It is
Unai Emery vs Mikel Arteta.
Can I say something though? I reckon.
well, of course
I
you
reckon
guys
you should let it be the non-biased lot first. So, and give our opinion because I think it's BS.
No, I think we should just
we
literally
start? Yeah,
do
can we
our
start?
job, and then after that,
Hear what I'm saying? No, I don't think I'm joking. But all jokes aside,
Let's couple step overs is never
yeah, you know
bad,
the
bro.
way.
let's break things down. Experience. Certain man have experience. Unai Emery has been managing for over 21 years. My Pickney weren't born.
Don't let me get experience.
You see, he's trying to be in grime now. He's trying to, he's trying to link us halfway. You know?
Oh, nice. Don't let me get serious.
What, you thought it was actually that? Oh, you joke. Hey, but listen, like you said, Emery, 21 years in a job. He got his first job back in 2004, sorry. And that is the last time we won the league.
That is mad.
Man was screaming
crazy.
free me them time there still.
So let's look at his managerial career so far in numbers. So he started off at Lorca Deportiva. Where's that, plastician?
That's a Spanish team, I think.
In what division?
Lorca Deportiva. I'll be taking a guess. That's in the depths.
It's not Deportivo.
That's not the La Coruña. Is it?
Yeah. So yeah.
Or unless it is, I don't know. I've never seen it called that before. Anyway.
But wherever they are, he done all right there. 70 games, won most of them, won 34, drew 16, lost 20.
It's not bad, is it?
Win percentage of 48.57, which is decent for them, even though we don't know who they are.
What league are they in?
Almeria, who are their top flight now, aren't they?
They might have been them
not have
times.
been then.
I
Or
think
do you
they was,
they
you
were?
know.
Pro 4 times. They might have. Pro 5. He managed 3 sides in Spain. Lorca Deportiva, who are now 4th tier. Not sure where they were back then. Let us know in the comments. Almeria and then Valencia, where that's where he gained his probably respect as like a, what do you call it? Like on a national level kind of thing.
The Spanish man were rating this thing.
So he was there for 4 years.
He got his job in Almeria when they got promoted to La Liga.
So there you go. So they must have rated him.
100%.
So, but after his 4 years in Valencia, where Gary Neville didn't do well at all, he done all right there. Similar win percentage across the board-ish over there. But then after 4 years at Valencia, he went to Spartak Moscow in Russia. And like you said, Plastician, he wasn't there for a long time.
No. Busman's holiday.
Yeah, that might be like their season. But let's talk about Sevilla quick, yeah? Because Sevilla's where he done things, innit? He won stuff. But it took him nearly 10 years to win something as a manager. The 13-14 Europa League with Sevilla.
Other managers that have taken that time to get going involve JJ, aka Jorge Jesus.
Can I ask you something?
When I finish, you can ask whatever you like. Love to interrupt in class. Jurgen Klopp took a little while, and so did Rafa. I want to stay at Liverpool Benitez. Steve-O.
So you lot are saying that, so the turning point of his career, or not turning point, but the first thing of
Winning a trophy.
notoriety was him winning the Europa. Yeah. But when we talk about Chelsea's and teams winning Europas or Spurs, we play it down and act like it's nothing. So is it?
Because we're talking about a man and a team. So a guy is going to have different expectations than a team. So a team's going to have expectations that have been built over years. And that young individual there had probably been managing for, you said 9-10 years. So his expectations down to a team is completely different. A team's always going to have bigger expectations than a manager.
And bringing Seville to a Europa League at that time
is incredible.
Because that's when Champions League teams were getting dropped down there, and he was still winning.
And they were beating them.
And one thing that was good before we go to the comparison of Arteta, if you take a look at it, his win percentage was always above 45%, like 50,
basically
50,
around
yeah, it's around
50%
50 and
I was gonna
above,
say
which
that.
is for the early start of your career and then pushing forward. I saw 70s. And that's absolutely incredible.
They three-peated the Europa as well, no?
Let's compare it to Arteta. So that early start, let's compare it to Arteta. So he was offered 3 things in 2016. The lead in the Arsenal Academy, join Pochettino's backroom staff, or join Pep at City. And we know what he chose. He chose to join man like Pep at City. So he's working with high-profile players from day one. And then he became manager at Arsenal, December 2019. And I remember that because in that time, I remember watching him getting extremely upset with someone when we lost 2-1 to Chelsea. Tammy Abraham getting the winner peed me off, man, and has been manager of the Arsenal team ever since.
Who did he get upset with?
I think it was one of the centre backs. It might have been David Luiz or the goalkeeper, because at that point, every minute David Luiz was getting on his
Probably David
nerves.
Luiz.
So if
Another
we take
one, you lot tried to convince me was a good signing.
that's actually very true.
Crazy.
So the 22nd of December 2019 till present day, he is our gaffer. His win percentage is also 60%. We're talking about 317 games, 190 wins, 59 draws, and 68 losses. And I reckon, I don't know for sure, I know the people on Twitter are going to go mad and woo, but I reckon a lot of those losses were at the start when he first joined Arsenal.
It's not
Because
even, you
right
reckon,
now,
it's clear. Like we lost how many? 3 games last season, 4 games, if that. I think the season before 5.
so progressively,
So, yeah,
we can say Arteta's got better.
100%, man. 100%. Arteta won his first trophy August 2020 in his very first season, 2-1 against Chelsea in the FA Cup. No fans there. Aubameyang went crazy.
People say that's Emery's team, right?
They do.
There is talk of that, yeah.
There is,
I don't believe all that shit though.
Neither do I, especially when you've got Arsene Wenger players in there and all sorts. It's just, how can it be Emery's team? He's there for 2 years. Anyway, as you were saying.
But yeah, Emery's achievement so far in his career, he has 4 Europa League titles, 1 Ligue 1,
Don't
which
count.
is the top flight in France.
It don't count if you win it with PSG. I don't.
So he's got 2 Coupe de France.
What's that?
With PSG, I'm guessing that's the French
Carabao Cup.
FA Cup. Is it
Or
the FA Cup?
Cup, probably.
But I think the next one
No,
is
this is
their
their
Carabao Cup.
Carabao
Yeah,
Cup.
Coupe de League Cup. He's got 2 of those, and he's got 2 Trophy de Champions.
I think that's their charity shield.
Yeah, it's like their Super Cup. Yeah, and obviously,
Super dish.
yeah, Arteta has 1 FA Cup and 2
Trophy de
Community
Community.
Champions.
Community's their trophy.
When you take a look at what Arteta's won in comparison to Emery, and obviously they have this conversation, what I find interesting is in the first 10 years, Emery won nothing. In the first 10 years, Arteta's won something in these first 6-7 months. You then take a look at the types of teams that Emery has in comparison to Arteta. Arteta seems like from day one, 2016, he's working with athletes that have to go and win something. He's working with top tier athletes in comparison to Unai Emery, who's working with sides that maybe don't have as much expectation, but he's achieving a lot. Since he won something in 2013, 2014, he has won something every year, barring his last season at Villarreal and his time at Arsenal and currently at Villa. So you're talking about a man that he really achieves, but it took him a little while to get there. The question I got for you guys on the table, everybody, is Unai better suited to teams with lower expectations, respectfully? I'm not trying to disrespect Sevilla, but at Arsenal you're told, get this side back in the Champions League and go and compete for the league. I don't think you're told that at Villarreal. I don't think you're told that at Aston Villa.
I think
Sevilla, none of
I think
that.
that's a fair question to ask, because we say that about players all the time.
100%.
When there's players that are coming from like lower mid-table teams and the top teams want them, we'll say, oh, can he do it under the
Pressure.
tactics of a big gaffer, the pressure and everything. So I don't think it's obviously the only reason why it's kind of unfair is obviously we ain't seeing Arteta anywhere else, innit? Yeah. You get me? So it's like,
It's a difficult
it's
comparison.
a difficult comparison. But if you take Arteta out of it and you just ask that question, I think he does better at teams.
No pressure, I agree.
That with lower pressure.
Let's go to, and let's not forget though, so before we go to Steve-O, 2 things that Emery's done which makes me actually agree with this statement. It's the 4-1 loss that he had with Arsenal in the Europa League final and the 6-1 loss to Barcelona when you were 4-0 up in the previous game. So those 2 things make me go, don't know about that. Steve-O, what do you reckon?
Question. Where was Villa when Emery took over? Reason I asked that is because so it's 18th. I was going to say when he took over Arsenal, 17th. When he took over Arsenal, they still in the Champions League?
No.
So I was going to say it's around. He was taking over a team that isn't the Arsenal we know from now or the previous. It was a rebuilding Arsenal, and he sort of does rebuild teams. So,
But it was not a rebuild per se, because if I'm being honest, Wenger messed us up one time not getting to Champions League. So we had just been like once or twice out of Champions League. So it wasn't a total rebuild. Like it was actually, you get a couple of players, we can get back in Champions League because we were finishing 5th. It wasn't like where it was when Arteta took over. By the time Arteta's taken over, players want to leave, man are saying good evening. It's just an absolute mess, bro. Like a complete and utter mess. Then he gets the job, and then imagine getting into a job and then a month later it's COVID. It's like, bloody hell. You're playing the FA Cup final in August.
Listen, before we even go into that, I want to point out another comparison between them. They're both Basque. And they both look like 2 different versions of vampires.
100.
Because Emery's more like a Dracula,
Yeah.
that old school kind of
Come
thing.
in here.
And Emery's more like a Twilight, modern day, wearing a turtleneck. He's allowed in the sunlight. Him, that one.
Like Unai is definitely the typical one you see in Transylvania.
He's in a castle.
High
Like-
colours, coming here,
But
coming
shall I
here.
tell you the truth though? I think that's a better vampire.
Yeah.
So in
You know where you
vampire
stand.
world,
You know where you stand.
Emery's got this.
You know where you stand with those vampires, man. You know where you stand with those ones there.
See,
You know
that's
ones
what I'm
there
saying.
in Twilight, they're all trying to play basketball.
They're outside.
They're
They're
trying
in the
to do
sun. They
normal
got
stuff.
glittery skin. They're warring werewolves. But watch
They're
Van
doing too
Helsing.
much.
Dracula's a bad boy. Emery.
So then if Emery's so good, I mean, Sevilla did manage to get their best ever points tally 14-15 season. They got 76 points. But the one thing that Emery was unable to do with them and with Arsenal is naturally take them into the Champions League via the league. He done it with Sevilla via the cup, and he was obviously aiming to do that with Arsenal as well. So it just kind of says to me in my mind, in a short-term competition, like he's a manager that could probably be Spanish manager.
He's a
He could
cup
probably take
manager.
care of a cup.
He's a cup
But you see
manager,
league,
yeah.
38 games?
Do you remember what people said when we got him? They said, you're not going to win the league because you've got a tournament manager, bro.
You have.
That's what they told us. They said, you're a tournament gaffer. Then we got to the final of a tournament.
And we
got
lost.
moved to. So it was like... But Sevilla, 2 5th place finishes in a row, then 7th. They won the Europa Cup
3 times in a row.
3 times during the time, though. And that's
Bro, that shall I be real. People play down the Europa League, yeah, but why? Them times especially, there was mad teams dropping into it. It was mad
You know what it is?
competitive.
It's good for a team of that size, isn't it? 100%. I remember I saw they beat you one of the finals.
Yeah.
They beat you lot.
Klopp's first season.
And that was a good Liverpool team. You
Nah.
understand? Yeah, but you lot was in flow. Sturridge and them, man. You didn't want to see them.
Klopp's first season.
I might be.
Nah, they had
I
some
I
hard
remember
players
thinking
still.
you'd win that game, innit? I remember thinking you'd win that game because that was their second one.
Sturridge scored a banger though.
Yeah, I'm sure that was Emery's second one.
Yeah.
And I remember saying you lot are gonna lose just because they won the first one. I didn't
one,
even
yeah.
know nothing about them. And then you actually did. And then they ended up winning the next one.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing that Unai Emery also had to do stuff with losing some of his best players. Do you know what I'm saying? Rakitic, for me, at one point, one of the
Cold, yeah.
he was an absolute maestro in the middle of the park. When you lose a player like Rakitic, you can't replace it. You got to try and maybe change the system and change everything that you do. So credit to Emery for losing players and still being able to win, bring silverware to the club. Negredo to what? Man City?
Yeah, Jesus Navas to
Man City.
He came back though.
He
no?
went back and retired there, yeah. But yeah, man. So he's teams around that area, like he's doing all right. So yeah, on to the second team with quote unquote lower expectations than the top teams. Sevilla to Villarreal. It's the second Villa. Won Europa League again, knocking out Arsenal in the semis. coming up against his successor, Mikel Arteta, and defeating Man United in the final. And that's another one. I was like, yeah, United are going to lose. And I didn't believe it. They had that Gerard Moreno up front.
Gerard Moreno.
And Francis Coquelin.
Was that Dan Juma as well?
Dan Juma
moved to us, I think.
But you know what? That even speaks to some of the players that he's working with. They're either on the brink of being big or have left a club where they had expectations, couldn't meet it, like a Francis Coquelin, and he's able to. Yeah. Do you know where I'm coming from? I think
you can say that about a few players at Villa in that team now.
100%.
Morgan Rogers and like
on the brink of being big,
like,
or 100%,
pushing them to a big move, putting them in the spotlight, making them the focal point of his team. Like he knows how to work with players. He builds his systems around like the key components of his side, and he's been doing that. That's why a lot of these players get the big moves working under him. He obviously players like playing for him. Like no one says a bad word about him. You know what I mean? He doesn't fall out with his team very often.
So on to the next team with quote unquote lower expectations, and the third team with Villa in the name. He doesn't like small houses. Yeah.
He's the man them in Dubai. Yeah. Tree Villas. Come on, Tree Villas.
Yeah, Villarreal.
So he was 16th when he took over in game week 14. His first game was a 3-1 win over United, which pushed them up to 13th. They eventually broke into the top half of the table in game week 28 and would eventually finish the season 7th.
Now, this is with an Aston Villa team that under Gerrard, I don't know if you lot were watching them, they absolutely stunk. Same players, same everything. I'm sure they had financial fair play restrictions as well.
But towards the back end of the Gerrard situation, because at one point,
at the start
Jacob Ramsey was
towards the end though, look where they ended up.
16th. I think Gerrard definitely underachieved with that team. Because that's the...
Coutinho and that.
Yeah.
And by the way, I know what you mean about low expectations, but I'm looking at it now and I'm thinking Sean Dyche at Forest, expectations. Like every team has got expectations. So I know what you're saying, the Champions League teams and them ones there, but I'm looking at a Villa with their fan base and what they expect. There was still pressure for him in this job, but I know what you mean. It's not the Liverpool, it's not the Chelsea, it's not them big teams. But I think in the Premiership, I think we need a new word for low expectations.
It is low expectations. I don't think he works well at a club that if the result don't go your way, the man upstairs makes the phone call. I don't think he works well.
How many
there.
clubs? How many clubs has that been? He's been at in this 20.
I think two. Yeah, PSG, Arsenal.
And he won the league at PSG.
Yeah, but it weren't enough. They're champions.
Wait, he lost the league at PSG as well.
Yeah.
He lost the league to a Monaco side.
Do you know what it is? I think this kind of proves it, man, because they finished 7th that year. If they finish 7th this year, they'll be fine with
happy.
Like no matter what.
Happy.
You understand?
Parade.
And then the second season,
they
Champions League.
Yeah, he did. But again, that's
parade.
Yes, parade.
I said parade.
Respectfully.
Yeah. Not for 7th. Not for 7th.
They'll be a bit disappointed with 7th because of how close that they were.
Look, you see those teams, they like the heights of it, and their fans ain't used to winning that much games in a season. They're not used to it. You can say what you want.
They can almost taste it.
I sat here, and this table right here, and I said to you, I remember a couple seasons ago, Villa was in 8th, and I remember saying, I'm disappointed. And everyone was like, got a bit mad in the comments and whatnot because...
Weren't it this season, you said?
No.
I think it was seasons ago.
Yeah, it was a couple seasons ago. So, point is, that was in 8th. Disappointed because we're used to seeing them a bit up.
But do you know
You're
what
not
it is?
a Villa
I think
fan,
two
bro.
things can be true. Like they can be disappointed, but it's not like if Arsenal was to finish 7th. If Liverpool was to finish 7th, that's the end of the world. Like, that's not they won't want Emery to go if they finish 7th.
Never.
They'll see it as like, you know what, we go again, we got faith in him. We've seen him finish 4th.
They can have 10 seasons on a spin, finish between 8th and 6th. In between those 3 numbers, and he'll keep his job 10 years. Any number, 8th, 6th or 7th.
Listen to what I'm saying. It's not a parade.
Nah, he was mucking about. To be honest with you, they should have a parade though. Because last time they won something was like, what, 95?
Yeah.
So like, I don't think anyone going to Aston Villa, now that football's like a business anyway, you're not going to go into that business where the last time they won something, it was 1995 and have high expectations.
Go in the Conference League that you lot went. Go in there and win it.
I bet they had Winner Cup on their, what do you call it on Football Manager?
Yeah, but winning a cup is not high expectations. If you're asking someone to win the League Cup,
Steve-O, there's 4 cups.
There's only 2-3 teams that can win the league, bro, at all. So no one's going
So
into
there's
that.
3 now.
As much as I hear it, remember, expectations is what you more or less have to do or you failed. You understand? And I just don't think Villa will look at this season thinking if we don't win a cup, we failed. I think it'll be challenged for a cup.
But I think
and then
that where they are
maybe
now,
summer.
Maybe.
they must feel like they're
100%.
there now.
That's a different
At the
conversation.
beginning of the
Yeah.
season, you take this
and
all
right
day
now,
long. Yeah.
100%.
so in the third season, Champions League quarter-final, and if I'm honest with you, I think they gave PSG a better game than Arsenal. I watched them against PSG, especially Rashford when he come on second half. It was going crazy.
Yeah. Liverpool gave PSG the best game, but Villa's Steffo second.
Villa were really, really, really good against them. And when did you play them in what group or?
No, in the last 16, but we took them to penalties, innit? Yeah. So they knocked us out on penalties, so we gave them the best. But Villa gave them the best game.
I think Villa definitely took the game to them the most.
Yeah, it was like 3-2 and that.
Yeah, they took that, and they had
3-2, no?
moments. Yeah, they had moments.
You okay there?
Trying to help him
I
out.
ain't got no nails, bro.
Ain't got no nails.
Stop biting them, man. Nervous wreck.
By the way, Villa's definitely, they said they want a cup this year. I'm sorry. If Newcastle,
They won a cup last season.
Palace are all
They
winning
won a cup.
cups.
Yeah.
All right, let's be
They'll
real
be-
here.
they'll
Let's
be
be real
trying to
here,
say
yeah?
cup.
Look, there's 3. How many teams can win the league? 2, maybe 3, yeah?
3.
So the league's off the table. There's
Yeah.
4 trophies, 3 trophies they can
What
win.
3?
FA Cup, Carabao Cup,
And
Europa.
Oh, Europa.
They're in
Yeah.
Europa.
Oh, they're in.
No, but I'm just saying at the start of the season, yeah, you as a gaffer can't say to your as an owner to him, we've got to win one. There's 3, and
They
there's
would've been
some
going for
bad
it.
boys in this
They would've been
tournament.
going for it, trust me.
It'd be nice. That's
Let
what
me
you say.
ask
It'd be
this.
nice.
Let me ask this quickly. At this point, what do you think is just a random question? What do you think would mean more to Villa and their fan base? A 4th place finish or a trophy?
Trophy.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Trophy, yeah.
They're
They've,
at that
they've
stage in life, man.
experienced Champions League football.
They're at that
my
stage
thing
in
is,
life.
my thing is, I hear that, but I know they're a different size to Palace, but Palace won a cup, Eze out the door.
100 years.
Their gaffer might go now. They got Morgan Rogers there, who they got to do things to keep now. Timmerlands.
Kamara,
Do you know what?
Konza.
Can I just say one thing though? I
Konza,
think the fact that they
Goldie.
would prefer a trophy over Champions League to me speaks to how much of a smaller club and small expectations there is. Because you're telling me you would
hear
prefer to have a cup final in March in comparison
in
to be
the
going
future.
No,
away to
wait,
Barcelona
wait.
potentially next
Wait,
season.
wait.
Like that's mad.
He could win Europa.
I would say, I just the way football's changed, I think you lot, what you said there is thinking more olden days. We said recently on a show, was it the start of this season, about how the importance of a cup's become now for teams.
For big teams.
But do you remember what the player said when he came here?
Who? Go on.
Kyle Tomori. Yeah?
said what?
And remember, this is just
Big
his
teams
opinion.
don't care.
This is just his. Yeah, he said a bigger team, a team thinking forward, is saying they love a day out, they love a trophy win, but a top 4 finish and playing in Champions League next season is the aim.
But that's for them.
For them,
what about
yeah.
the fans?
Yeah,
the,
yeah,
fa-
yeah,
the whole point
yeah.
of a fan going is to watch his team win and lift trophies.
Yeah,
no?
but
I hear it.
You're
but
putting too much significance on you.
Yeah, I just think
You're rating yourself
about
too
you,
highly.
man. They only can do what they can do.
You think them chairmans are spending 100 mil thinking about you?
FA Cup,
No,
Carabao
but
Cup.
Villa ain't spent money. This is the whole
It don't
point.
matter. If they do, they're not thinking about you, my guy. Villa might.
But they want to be able to. They don't want the money they spend to be Morgan Rogers money that they got. for
But
the
bro,
setup.
getting to quarter final of a Champions League is a good run. It's good money.
is.
You
It's
still
great.
make money.
I
doing
believe a Villa is still, I think they're still small enough to want a cup.
You know, no. But you see what this is where the football fans got in. I think they get their knickers in it too. They're trying to move like you lot. Arteta, he needs a trophy. He don't. You see what
He
doing?
definitely does.
He's doing.
He said
You know what I'm
fans, he
saying?
said fans.
He's doing big club stuff. You know, like making you challenge and
Yeah,
semi-finals
yeah.
of Champions
Say
League.
that to Mugs and them,
That's
I don't
what
know.
you like. The man are saying, FA Cup like covers. No, it don't, bro.
It
That's,
doesn't.
I'll
I
be
know it
honest.
doesn't.
It don't, bro. It
But
don't.
correct me if I'm wrong, you correct me please. Arsene Wenger, when he was doing the big club thing, getting you in 4th spot, Champions League and all the rest of it, winning a cup here and then as well. So he's getting you in the Champions League, building a new stadium, as well as FA Cup.
And challenging.
He wasn't challenging.
it wasn't good
wasn't
enough.
challenging
It wasn't
for top
good. It wasn't good enough.
Yeah, but football's changed. Like you said, since then, football's.
So now a cup. So you'd rather just keep finishing fourth, challenging,
No.
losing,
Football-
then win a cup.
No, half of his career he was, and half of it he
No, he's saying
weren't.
from Emirates.
From the Emirates era,
Emirates, okay,
there's
okay.
no
Yeah,
challenging.
he wasn't challenging.
There's like flirting, but you're not challenging, bro.
yeah.
serious.
Even
You
we
weren't doing
finished
the hybrid
second.
challenge. Okay,
we
okay,
finished
okay.
second because Tottenham flunked it in 2016.
But I watched that
like
documentary
history's there,
on
bro. We don't have to
Dookie.
lie.
I watched documentary, and you lot are not a big club. You lot are a big club, but are not a big club. But yeah, you lot done some amazing things under Wenger.
So just to get correct, Arsenal fans happy with Arteta not winning and just doing big club stuff like he asked. or-
I'd rather come second and no FA Cup than
Than a FA
fifth
Cup
and FA
and
Cup.
fifth.
The only situation with Wenger why he should have been trying to win trophies as well is because we were consistently, apart from the first season 06 where we had to get it on the final day, in 07, even though the league was terrible, we comfortably were fourth. And moving forward, we were comfortably third. Like we will comfortably be in these positions. So once you've acquired a team that comfortably gets top four, for me, you have to get a trophy and push on
that's the
now.
next thing,
But when
yeah.
you're Aston Villa and you're finishing seventh one season and third and fourth,
Stability
you
means
need to
more.
get some stability of establishing yourself as a top four club. And then the next part of the conversation is, let's introduce a trophy. Let's introduce a bigger player. Let's challenge for the league. But it happens in stages, and I just don't think Villa are at that stage yet.
Have Aston Villa been in the Prem longer than Bournemouth?
Bournemouth. Bro, Villa have not been down in a while.
They come up with Dean Smith.
That's what I forgot. Yeah, I forgot about that one.
No, but that weren't for long. That
It
weren't for that long.
was.
No, it wasn't.
It was one
no,
season,
No,
I
but
think.
2 seconds. As much as I hear that, to say have they been in the Prem longer than Bournemouth?
He's on about
that's
now. He's on about the last
Oh,
time
you
they
mean
come up.
since they've come
Yeah.
back? Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
I was talking about Angel and Vassell and Red.
Bournemouth haven't gone back down.
They're small. If they haven't, then you can't expect huge. You know what I'm saying, innit? If they've been in the Prem back 6-7 years,
That was a long time ago.
you get what I'm saying? You,
2016,
this
Henry
is
Lansbury was
happy.
there.
Everything you're doing is lovely. There's no expectation.
There
They've
are
not
three
been in the Prem 10 years.
In the relegation thing, there's 3 clubs that have been relegated, but I'm not interested. When they come back up, they kick on. And that was West Ham, Newcastle, Aston Villa.
yeah.
I'm not interested if they're relegations. It's not like when Southampton get relegated, they're not coming up and thinking woo woo woo. You're just thinking, let's stay
compare
up.
them to Bournemouth. I hear that though, because Bournemouth, I think, are quite. Obviously, they're not having the best of seasons, innit? But I think they're kind of in that Villa kind of realm, where it's like if they go on and do well, it's wicked.
Nah, man. Villa have
I'm
won
not
the
gonna lie,
champs, man.
I think,
Bournemouth are good, bro.
Bournemouth could be a feeder club. Bournemouth could be a feeder club. Clubs with bigger
The
expectations already
stadium's not
installed.
big enough. Yeah,
They got to sell.
Bournemouth been in the Prem 5 years more, bro.
See? Cool.
All right,
but
but let's not talk about average clubs anymore. Let's stay in the places that I like to stay because I've got a big club. Let's talk about clubs with bigger expectations installed. Do you know what I'm saying? PSG finished second in his first season, missing out on the league on 8 points. And just to make it clear, this was a Monaco side that was a feeder club. That Monaco side might as well have been Ajax, bro. They
Fed
were
the
a
whole of
feeder
Europe.
club. They also got a Falcao that literally just came back from the Prem
No way,
from not
Phil.
doing particularly well to go in and smashing it with Mbappe up front. I think that stinks against Man City. Allow it, bro.
That's a feeder league. He should have won. He should have won the league.
Oh, come
PSG
on.
could not
Can I
finish
say
second
something?
to that Monaco side.
How about this then? Bit of context. So during that period where he's come in, there was a lot of noise going on at the top. There's a lot of stuff going on now. Obviously, you go in there, you should still win. But he came up against a Monaco team that, if you do see the players that got stripped from that team, it was a non-anomaly. It was a
I hear you.
non.
But you know what's so mad? They get players taken from them all the time.
I know,
Do you
but
know
this
what I mean?
team was a special team.
Fabinho, Bernardo
that he come
Silva,
up against, man.
Thomas Lemar.
Like,
Thomas
it was a
Lemar.
joke team.
But
With
then
the noise that was going on at the top around the club at the time, I think, is it Neymar went there around that time or not?
Dan.
Get Poet off, man. It's waffling. Get him off, man.
Nah, he held it up. He held it
Poet
up.
off, man.
I don't know.
Man.
I might
Happy
be wrong,
Christmas,
yeah.
man. Get the dog on, man. Fart on his jacket, man. Fart on his jacket, Dan.
We got them in the Champions League that season, I think. Or it might have been. Was it the season after? We drew in it. Drew twice. Yeah, I remember. And I just remember, man, Emery. A lot of hand movements on the side and that, but it just looked like he looked out. I don't know.
Where are you talking about?
When he was at PSG, he just looked like he's on the side doing all the hand movements and that. Cavani and them, man, they're just looking at him, bro. They're just thinking,
But
blood.
remember, that PSG was like, it
Celebs,
had
like.
celebrity
Yeah,
football.
That's
Like,
what.
that's
Egos, a lot of egos.
Has Luis Enrique not won a league?
No.
Are you sure?
Luis Enrique done it Barca, quadruple.
1 second, brother. At PSG, has he not won the season? Has he not won a league one season?
Now, I think they've won it every year.
He has, isn't it, right?
They've won it every year since Monaco won it.
Lille, okay. All right.
I don't think he was the gaffer though.
He was.
Pochettino was.
Ooh.
He probably took over that season halfway.
He's right. Yeah.
Went out in the Champions League round of 16 after taking a 4-0 lead against Barcelona, eventually losing the return leg 6-1.
Yeah, but that weren't him.
That's it, bro.
I think
Well, all right,
it's
last
him a bit.
time we were here, we talked about God when God gets involved in Champions League and how you can't stop it. Once God gets involved, like God did that one.
Nah, God sent brother David down. Neymar just ran riot,
It
bro.
was Neymar.
Bro, I don't think you can blame Emery for that, man.
I mean, I'm not sure who else.
Surely it's down to the players. You've coached a 4-0 win in the first leg, yeah? How have the players crumbled and lost 6-1 on the pitch?
You don't think that's on the gaffer?
Yeah, of course it's on the
A
gaffer.
part of it is, but most of it is on the players on the pitch.
It's 2-0.
What was the score at half time?
2-0.
That's what it was.
2-0.
That's what I need to know.
Yeah,
2-0
2-0.
half-time.
It's his fault. You cannot tell me it's not a little bit his fault.
No. You know why Lippy's
Yeah,
right?
he's
Listen.
part of it.
No, listen. You know why Lippy's right? Look, at 2-0, yeah?
Shut
the
up,
next break, exactly.
But how do we not know he didn't tell his team to do
It's
that?
not about telling it. Make the changes.
Yeah, but we were talking about the two most immature teams. PSG and Barca at that time
Barca
were the
weren't
most.
immature.
Yes,
they
it
were
was. That
immature.
4-0 lose was immature. That 4-0 loss was
that
very
the immature
immature.
Barca.
Messi
That was
Broski,
immature.
no, they had who was
Barca.
the right back, the centre midfielder right back, you.
Roberto.
What was his name? Sergi Roberto.
He scored.
No, he did. He scored the winner, I think. But still, it wasn't.
It wasn't
experience. That was almost a
don't
Barca
lose
team in
4-0.
transition.
But anyway, that's what I'm saying. This is unexplainable. It's divine intervention. We can't even put that on.
I like
Emery.
divine intervention.
I don't think that's
I
all
like
on
that.
Emery.
I don't think it's all on him, but in the conversation, can he do it?
You play two
when it
goalies,
matters?
bro.
All right, listen, let's talk about the...
Unai.
Was it a domestic treble that he did?
The book treble.
The treble, not like treble, like... You spell it like treble and bass. You know them are like...
Bro, you know, like a treble, a domestic treble is just, it's the same as a double.
It's a 2.5.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what is that?
So he won the Coupe de France, La Ligue, Coupe de France and the Coupe La Ligue and the Trophy des Champions.
Hey, see, Coop. I thought it meant like small car.
That does.
It means a lot of things.
It
It
does.
means small
It means
car.
small.
Like,
It means-
I'm
it means-
baffed.
It does.
No,
mean
listen.
Is it a small car cup?
Hold on, bro.
Two-door car
Bro,
cup.
you're being
Ignorant. Ignorant.
Bro, let me show you about the Latin term. There's coupe, the
And
car.
and there's coupe like
When you
the
take
plan.
over, like when you take over something like
That's
a coupe.
C-O-U-P.
Yeah.
That's C-O-U-P-E.
Yeah, no, that's
It's all the
Hey,
same. It's
No,
all the
that's
same.
not- yeah,
It's all the
It's
same.
all the same.
I don't think there's a word that's just C-U-O-U-P.
There's not C-O-U-P.
That's a coupe.
Soup
Like,
with
you know,
a C.
coupe d'etat.
There's not
You know
soup
about
with
coupe
a C.
d'etat? You know
There's no soup with a C, bro. It's all got an E. It's got an E at
Can I
the
say
end.
something?
Type
Hey,
in
Loons, I usually give you ratings because you told me when you was inside, you learnt a lot, right? Right now, you're acting stupid, bro. Like,
He means a government coup, like a...
C-O-U, what
Yes.
you said.
Oh, I thought it had an E at the end.
No,
I
it
didn't think had an E
don't.
at the
it's a
end.
coup.
Yeah, but he said a coupe.
it's a coupe.
Like, so it
thought there
means
was a
an
D at the
instant
end.
of successfully achieving
coupe,
something
yeah.
different. A coupe.
Yeah, but
difficult.
coupe car is a coupe.
I think that
Yes,
is a
it's got
coupe.
an E.
It is
It's
a
got
coupe,
no,
innit?
but it's got the accent.
No, it's got the
So's
accent. It's a
that.
coupe.
Where? It's an iMac, bro. It ain't going on there. Focus.
It's an E with the dash on top.
No, that's the coupe. That's the coupe.
The cup. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, which
That's
one's
a
the coupe?
cup coupe.
Cup de France.
That's a France cup, bro. Tour de France, Coupe
It's
de
just
France.
French for
But
cup.
it's like they're there and there.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, it's the same thing.
They got masculine and feminine. And that La Ligue, that means it's masculine.
Is it?
No, that's feminine.
No, it isn't.
La.
What would it be?
Le is feminine.
La Ligue.
Le is feminine.
I'm sorry, I'm talking Spanish. Sorry, Spanish. It's L. I'm thinking of L. And La.
Oh,
La.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like
La-
there, innit?
So in his second season, he did the French domestic quadruple.
Why is
which
there even 4? Have we got 4?
The
Is there a charity shield?
The
as well?
charity shield, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
That
wow,
doesn't count.
Wow.
But we haven't got 4 though.
Yeah,
we
FA
have.
Cup, Prem, League Cup, Community Shield.
Oh, but you didn't win the league, no?
Second season. He won it all.
Levetzi and them, man.
And you lot are saying he's a flop at bigger teams with
He
pressure.
went to any gaffer that PSG have appointed since it's gone mad has gone there to win the Champions League. Yeah? And I think they get a season, then they get another season, and then the sheikhs or whatever they are assess what's going on. To win the domestic quad, he got Mbappe on loan from the champions Monaco, Neymar from Barcelona, 222 million euros.
They made that back in one day on shirt sales or something, I read.
But
Shit,
you know
half
what it is,
an hour,
yeah?
bro.
Like, if you're being totally honest, it's like you're gonna win. You're gonna
don't even
win
need to
Ligue
spend
1.
that.
Can I just quickly? That's a quick round the table. So, do you think he flops at big clubs?
I think based on that question, if you've gone somewhere to win the Champions League, getting Mbappe, Neymar, all of these things to get nowhere near it, I think it's leaning towards him doing that.
Yeah, he went out in the round of 16, his second season in the UCL. You know I'm a UCL man.
To the
5-2. You can't go out 5-2
but bro, this
with
is-
Mbappe and
Judging
Neymar.
this on
much.
2 seasons.
Can't do it.
Okay,
And look at the 2 teams he went out of.
And I was gonna say, we say he signed Mbappe, Neymar, and these man. I think that was a club thing, and they forced it on him, bro.
yeah, but that's
Bro,
like,
you want to be forced on you.
No. He did not want Messi.
Broski.
Was he there when Messi was there?
No, he wasn't. Hold on.
innit? Alright, cool.
You're trying to tell me he got what an evil plan that is. You have to buy Mbappe and Neymar. Guess what you've got? Mbappe and Neymar.
Lippy, let me land. We saw it. Let me land. We saw it with Solskjaer. His whole thing got derailed when they forced Ronaldo onto him. Everything went left.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but Ronaldo
but
is different. You're getting Mbappe.
I just think
you got Mbappe
Yeah,
and
It's
Messi.
different, but it's the
Mbappe
same
ruined the
principles.
club.
Emery might not see them fitting into his
Weren't until
tactics,
he
bro.
left.
As much as I hear that,
No, they win the Champions League.
I want to talk about the team I know and love now, Arsenal.
What did Arsenal see in Unai Emery?
Can I be honest off the rip? A tournament manager, man. We saw that the route to Champions League was difficult now. We knew we had a season of Europa League ahead. Done the lazy thing and went and got the Europa Vampire.
No,
guy.
you can't do that.
I swear down we done
Like,
that.
they're proper going down the Liverpool route, you know. He was their Rafa Benitez, but he just didn't do what Rafa did. You get what I'm saying? They got a cup manager to steady the
We're
shit.
talking about Arsenal team that hadn't won a league for 20 odd years. you know?
Yeah.
No, that's now.
Yeah, but
It was about
odd.
Let's say
Odd
15.
years, 15 years, yeah? A long time, yeah? And you go and buy a cup manager to win a cup. You know cups are notoriously hard to win. Like, they're just hard. Like, it's the magic of a cup, innit? You
They've
can't...
won the FA Cup 12 times. It's
Listen,
not magic no
Yeah,
more.
but I'm saying that's not the cup they
Do
were
you know
trying to
what it is?
win.
We chose the Europa League over the league that
14,
season,
my bad.
I believe. And we got to the final against you lot, and
And we just mugged it.
whatever happened. But I want to talk on.
We were already in Champions League and we just did it. We were bantering. They were bantering
you didn't even
on the
need.
pitch.
Yeah, you didn't even need.
I want to
innit?
talk on something that GOP mentioned earlier, and I know that we weren't the most blessed financially at the time, but I believe that he was given the right to go out into the transfer market and do his thing. We sent him to the shop. He came back with Bernd Leno,
I think
Liechtensteiner,
that was all him.
Socrates, Lucas Torreira,
You lot loved him.
and Guendouzi.
You lot loved him
2
too.
seconds. I put an asterisk on Guendouzi and Torreira, because Torreira, we was calling that boy White Kante at a point when he landed.
I didn't see it.
That boy
I didn't
was
see
milk Kante. Yeah, he looked.
You know what? There's no name brand name there, innit?
No, bro.
You might give Socrates a thing,
Socrates.
but not because of him, because of the name.
Yeah, it's a god. It's a god.
Greek god, Greek god.
Yeah, I know.
Zeus.
Philosopher.
Are we going to sit here and act like managers sign players? now?
I was just about to
At
say.
Arsenal, I think
Is that all him?
managers
So
do.
hold on. So you're trying to tell me someone upstairs went and got Liechtensteiner?
Yeah.
That's his brethren.
He's 35 years old,
That they
bro.
did win in the same
They had a
year.
right back problem, man. I'm sure that.
And he's just come on, he's available. Can I say something? You got to remember, Arsenal ain't the Arsenal you lot are thinking now. They was a very poor Arsenal team back then. Europa, no Champions League to get Champions League signings. Liechtenstein coming up was probably the best of a bad bunch.
Steve-O. Like I said,
Best
there's no
of a bad bunch.
sentiment in football. So if you want to double your stadium size, you're gonna have to go 10 years with that type of signing,
Yeah,
bro.
100.
And that's what it was.
I
innit?
think he went to them with a list saying, these are the players I might want. They came back and said, these are the players.
No.
we
They
can
will
get."
go to him with a list and they'll say, these are the players available. And he will go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even though 1 is not no one he wants really, but it's because that's
Like,
on
he's
the
hoping
list.
he can find a diamond in the rough.
So he spent 100 million on those people.
What on those 4?
So his last 6 results in the league that season clearly indicate that he chose the Europa League route to the Champions League over the league, because there's some shocking results.
Bro,
there, man.
you're conceding 3 every game, basically.
Yeah, and all he needed was one more win there to qualify for the Champions League, the league route, and yeah, man, it's
Wolverhampton Wanderers.
3-0.
Is there a world, where that message came from above?
How can like that's
We ain't won a
impossible.
European trophy. We could win a trophy and get
How
into
can-
champs. Focus on that.
But this is my thing. How do you tell? So would you like one of those matches? 3-2 at home to Palace. We tried to win. Like they weren't like they weren't. It's not like we just fully. You get me? Like it's there's something went.
Player
something happened,
selection, all these things plays a part. Obviously, I don't know
No,
who he
you're
was
also
selected.
forgetting the Arsenal DNA, where at that point of the season, it falls apart. You unravel very quickly.
Perfect. Dan, like those 6 games, he did channel on the Europa because he wants the trophy, but he thought this team's going to get me the points I need out of these 6 games. Because when you see that on paper, we're going to get the 3 wins we need. Like, if they need 3 wins out of that, you're going to see this. You're going to be like, yo, rest. We're going to get the wins, bro.
Palace at home.
We're going to get them.
We just beaten Watford. Palace at home a week later.
Having
We're
said
thinking,
that,
yes,
five of those 6 games though are away from home.
they are, but listen,
Wolves.
there's no way.
Wolves were cold them times. They were cold.
Care,
I saw
man.
that was under Nuno.
You need to go
And Arsenal wasn't.
It's not about us not being cold. We're better than most
Is
of
this
the
Smith
teams.
Rowe
that-
era or not?
Ish, yeah.
Like,
Kevin
this
De
is such a
Bruyne.
poor team.
It's not about that, bro. Yeah, Lacazette.
Ozil.
Aubameyang, Wolves attackers were better than
What's man
Lacazette.
talking- Broski, hold on. I didn't Aubameyang get golden boot this season?
Forget Aubameyang.
But wait, the attack was good. But what about the defense?
It's
Who was
not
your
about
defenders?
that. Who was Everton's attack and defenders? who was Palace? What are we
Beto.
doing here? Like what's happening?
Palace
We
attack
should've-
was better than your attack.
Broski, what about their defense? What are we doing here, bro? Like we
They're
should have won
supposed
one
to
of those
get
games.
3
The
wins.
point is, that Arsenal team that we're naming, wasn't much better than these teams. Not to rest players and think you're going to get the points.
Aaron Ramsey, Bellerin. Nah, this team was decent, man.
Bellerin.
Hold
was
on, we
decent.
didn't rest players. We didn't rest players. Like what are we doing
That's
here?
hindsight, Bellerin.
You're moving like this is 20 years ago, bro. Like we remember this. Everyone laughed at this. Now you're
Your
defending.
Puma kit, innit?
Yeah,
Yeah,
with
they
the
were a
half
decent
white.
team, man.
That's when we went away to Valencia, mashed them up.
Giroud.
Nah, Giroud left.
Bro,
just
one
left,
win from 6 that's relegation stuff.
But bro, from them results, we can see you were conceding bare. So your defense was clearly shit.
Still need.
So, like, what we doing there?
You know what it is as well? You see form, form plays a massive part in cup finals. You can't just lose 5 out of 6 and then go into a Europa League final with Chelsea. No pressure. They're already in Champions League.
Man saying
Hazard
that-
and Giroud. They're just mashing
What
works.
the defense with Socrates and Liechtensteiner, yeah, bro. He's a chief, bro. He's part of the reason you
That
can't.
team's as good as them teams, bro. You can't be resting
you
people.
are lost.
Mad thing.
Do you know what it is? Just check where any of those teams finish. The great thing about life is there's a league table.
I'm all about man for
we
man.
Can see, no,
Man for man.
You can see exactly how those teams
You can't be
done that
resting
season.
players and putting in Smith Rowe against
How
these
many
teams.
of those teams that are on that list finished above Arsenal in that league? None.
So what we're saying is, if Emery didn't finish so poor, it would have been a good season. He would have maybe only lost 5 games.
Would have changed his career.
Yeah. Why did you make that face?
he didn't.
He lost 4 games. What are we doing there? Hang
we
about,
want-
hang
if
about, hang
Arteta-
about.
yeah,
hang
go on.
about. So we're saying Emery had a bad, yeah, he was bad at Arsenal, right? He lost only 10 games in that season. But the 4 of those losses come in the last 6 games. So if he doesn't have such a bad end to that season, and he does win the, like what I'm saying, the line's so thin from having being good and being not. So the face is unjustified,
Again,
really.
are we
He just-
fully-
He just didn't understand what I was saying.
1 point from a possible 18
That's poor. That's poor.
is crazy.
One draw, yeah.
Like, and my thing is, imagine I said that about Arteta last season. If he won 2 more games, we would have won the league. So it's thin lines. No, you're slaughtering him for those 2.
What man's saying is the players he had were terrible.
They were
Man,
You
They
don't
was
think
terrible. Socrates, you
Come
not
on,
said
man.
it.
Nah, bro, it's a good enough team. It's a good enough team. It's a good enough team.
It's a good enough team, bro.
He landed in his little vampire diaries and he said, yeah, I'm a tournament manager. Yeah, don't get it twisted. He came to finish top 4. Top 4 was on. When he saw top 4 or Europa, he said, this one over here is something that I'm used to. And he went for that, bro.
Oh no,
He went for that.
Postecoglou. He's no better than Postecoglou in that year. In the final, Arsenal, bro, I remember watching them in the tunnel. You know, like there's one team that's like strict looking down. Chelsea teams, banter. We're already in Champions
didn't
League.
give
We're already on the beach.
And that's what I thought
We're
we was
already
gonna
on the
win.
beach, yeah? They thought that was going to mean that we were going to be lackluster. No, we were playing with a swagger, a freedom. Giroud put them to the sword. Hazard, I think that might have been Hazard's last game.
Get out the Arsenal starting team. I don't
was
know
Hazard's
who you
last
think
game.
is going to be there.
They were hugging on the pitch, like as in they're laughing. Like the celebrations were Hazard and Giroud, like proper bussing up that they're doing this, and they didn't need to do it. It was a bad day. I posted that day.
Was that Chelsea team better than the Arsenal team?
Slightly.
He just mentioned Hazard. So I'm guessing what was that team? Who
weren't
did you
great,
not play in
bro.
the final?
Giroud.
Giroud, Hazard. Was Rudiger
Did Chelsea
there then?
finish? Did Chelsea
Kante,
finish? You lot
come
finished
on,
4th,
bruv.
innit? Or
Yeah,
3rd?
Kovacic played in that. No, it's a good team.
They were a point above us, broski.
Yeah.
That team
But,
wasn't great. This is the Chelsea, we went into that game thinking we were going to win that
Yeah,
game.
literally.
Bro. Especially because they'd already got
2019.
4th.
Even I played.
Socrates playing. This is the team, yeah? You had Socrates and Koscielny at the back. Monreal left back. Ainsley Maitland-Niles right back. Torreira. Klasinic.
Klasinac.
Klasinac.
What, he was in midfield?
Xhaka, Ozil, Lacazette,
It's a good team.
Aubameyang.
Of course, it's a
Decent
good team.
team. 3-4-3.
Not a good team. Not with
No,
them.
but it's not a bad
that
team.
bad. It's a bad defense, and that's probably why they're conceding all those goals.
That's what look. All I'm saying is, Emery therefore had a part to play in his time at Arsenal. But at a certain, like, it's easy to look at all them results and say it's Emery's fault. But how do you know bare players didn't make dumb mistakes in that match and it went
Bro,
down to the
listen to the gaffer's tactics, and those mistakes don't happen. Receive, pass it to him, make them move
Look how many
forward.
players we see making mistakes in the league today, like dumb ones as well. Like
Yeah,
5-yard
but
passes, they
2019,
can't even
it
make
wasn't
it.
that same
Yeah, the
play out
top-
from the back. There was
Yeah,
a bit
yeah,
more
yeah,
English
yeah,
football
yeah,
in there.
yeah.
I think he just got done.
So the following season, all was forgiven. He was allowed to spend money. He was allowed to do everything. And we came back with Nicolas Pepe.
Which he didn't want.
Cool, but I remember this season clearly. Like, I remember that Liverpool game. We went away to Liverpool with Pepe.
Is it
and
Bobby Firmino?
Pepe and someone up front, bruv.
Compared to what they wanted from Pepe, it would be considered a flop, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like is that? Yeah.
From his last 17 games, he won 5, lost 5, and drew the rest, which is, yeah, that is why. So when he was sacked in December, Arteta takes over. We finished 8th that season, winning the FA Cup. Good start. We turned back up, finished 8th again.
Full season.
We're seeing all the Arteta outs.
Is that the season a lot of the fans were asking for him to go?
Yeah, I think that's where you're seeing all the Arteta outs.
That's when he
all
starts to slowly
We're
get rid of
asking for all these
Aubameyang, innit?
kind of mad managers, Allegri, Inzaghi,
Brendan Rodgers.
Brendan
Simeone.
Rodgers, Eddie Howe. Like, we went
Brendan's
mad.
Crazy.
Then we got a 5th place finish, which was like a half serious season. Like, that's when we almost beat City that game, and we celebrated because we almost beat them.
Is that when Spurs finished 4th?
Yes.
Yeah.
Darkness. This is when it was becoming a regular
This
thing.
was when they were better than us.
Damn.
Then
I've
after
never
that,
heard that.
what do you mean? But after that,
Second.
second, and then second
See,
again.
I think that's worse. I think that last second.
No, the first second's the dark one.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's 97% top of the league.
You know what that shows me? That I just feel like Arsenal should have given Emery more time.
Why?
Why?
How do you get there?
Tell me why. Tell me.
So
Explain why.
Arteta got an 8th, 5th, yeah?
Yeah.
Emery got a fifth final, is in the final, and then was on the way to we don't know, right?
What do you mean? We do know. He won 5 in 17.
But you know what it is? It's because
Like, we saw, that's
he
why
obviously started well, and then that last 6 games,
don't know.
you're under pressure.
He
whatever,
lost 5
everything.
in
He might have
17.
won the next
He
17.
got sacked because of the 5 in 17, though, Steve-O. That's why he got sacked.
When Arteta's finishing 8th, it's peak
Yeah, but
as well, you
Steve-O,
know.
hear this. No, hear this, Steve-O. At that point, he's going out to the media, just saying anything. Players are going out to
Good
the media,
evening, good
indirecting him. Like, yeah, I don't really know about my man. The players are turning on each other.
But ain't that on the players?
That's
Then?
the players, man.
Bro,
And by the way, Arteta comes in and gets rid of
the
those
manager,
players.
bro.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
So if your players are moving away, you think so
It's a reflection of you.
All right, how many of them players did Arteta come in and get rid of?
Yeah, all of them.
all of them.
All of the ones that came out.
Exactly. Would he have not kept them if it wasn't the players?
Emery was getting badded up by these guys.
He didn't
that's
have a
the whole
chance.
point. It's not that he didn't have a chance. This is what it is, yeah? Is remember the context of this.
You just don't
shit.
like him.
Cool. But the context of this thing is he ready to move a good team to go on to be an even better team? At PSG, we saw it. No. Yeah? He's come over to Arsenal now, yeah? And like I said, the last 6 games, I think that screamed that. That at a big team is a massive red flag. First of all, you've then turned up the next season with, like you said, Pepe might not necessarily have been his signing, but at that point, he's clueless, bro. They're asking him things. He's saying, like, I don't know. Like, why should
At the same time, above you lot's board was a mess as well, no?
They're saying Conke out and them thing there.
I swear, it's couple
Conke
only,
out. I don't even know who
only
Conke is.
after when Arteta had Edu with him and they were building a structure on top and all these things became easy for Arteta.
You say that, yeah? But Arteta straight away
He got given time.
Came in, identified what our weaknesses were, and tried to govern. Yeah? The first season didn't work out. To be fair, I can't really remember the second season at 8th. It was just pain. You understand, bro? I'm sure that was COVID. I'm sure.
Yeah.
The second, yeah. And then with the 5th now, you saw, okay, we got in Tomiyasu, we got in Ben White, and you see, when Emery did that, he bought us bull. So
Not Emery.
Okay, cool. So the same upstairs that was
No,
terrible for
because
Emery.
it's different.
Now
It changed. Like,
It
listen to what we're
changed.
saying. It's not the same upstairs, is it? It's Edu comes in. We say he starts getting a...
And that's why I'm saying I don't think it is to do, because again, yeah, Arteta's come from City with this, like everyone's saying he's some kind of master of
But he was
tactics.
for the
And
first 3 years.
you're in that mood, man.
I'm not in that mood. You're not listening.
I am listening to
I'm
you.
saying Emery didn't get given a chance. Arteta got given the chance that Emery never got given. That's all I'm saying.
I got a good point to make here. I've been watching Home Improvements lately, yeah, and there's 2 guys, right? There's 2 guys.
The American one.
American one. So they come into money very quickly, both bought yards, you get me? One guy hasn't moved out of the biggest room. He lives in the biggest room. That's Emery. The other guy is staying in the smaller room, fixing it up and moving. That is Arteta. You get what I'm saying? He's trying to... There's one guy that can't get out of the room. You see, the yard's too big.
Did you get that?
Cool,
I didn't
Steve.
get it.
I didn't get it.
Because he's so used to being... Look, one guy's so used to... Listen,
that.
I didn't get it.
I thought he was going to say, like, and Emery built the yard and he had weaker material. That is,
Hey, Nippy, Emery is so used to being in a studio flat, he don't come out the one room. You get what I'm saying? He don't come out. That's why when he went back to the yard improvement, the yard hadn't improved. You get what I'm saying? There was Coke cans and everybody. And then he went to the other yard, the guy had improved room by room. That's the 8th.
He got given the chance to improve
That's
room
the
by
5th.
room.
That's the 2nd. And the yard's decent now.
Could have done without it.
Yeah, but...
what you are saying, regardless of my opinion of it, is a fact, innit? He wasn't given the chance that Arteta was given.
Don't need the chance.
But could it be, by the time we've had Emery, yeah, Arsenal have realised as a club, cool, we're not ready to bring in these guys to come in and do things straight away. We'll build with someone. Because remember, Emery, 21 years in management now. Back then it would have been 16, 17 years.
Still
You
experienced,
understand?
though.
So it's very experienced. We know what he's on now. But it's a gamble still with Arteta, but with the lack of expectations, maybe it's gonna be an easier
And it's
job.
a project. And
If he supports West Ham, should they give Potter a couple
I said
more
they should
seasons?
have. I should have. I'm there with it. I've seen Alex Ferguson in a worse position and get past it. I'm just saying, over the years, in my 40 years, I've seen managers get given a chance and turn it around. That's all I'm saying. And now what we're saying is, this Emery guy we're now seeing wax lyrical about, like,
No
he should have been
pressure.
given a chance. That's
No
it.
Bro, but you gotta
what I'm saying,
understand he's in a-
whoa. The no pressure is Arsenal at that time. The pressure shouldn't have been as high as it was because it was coming from
They're
fans.
Arsenal Football
No,
Club,
because the next
bro.
season when Arteta's in there, all of a sudden there's no pressure. What are we talking
Bro,
about?
there is pressure.
There's always been pressure.
no, but the pressure comes from expectation. If you don't
There shouldn't
expect
have been that
anything,
much pressure
Yeah, but
in
it's
2000
Arsenal.
at that
Remember,
time.
that's still the Arsenal that are
It's the Arsenal I don't want for how
but they
long?
want to.
If you're saying upstairs make the signings, yeah, you look at the first signings Emery made. Socrates, Bernd Leno,
Big money.
Torreira,
money, innit?
Guendouzi.
Emery now, Arteta now, they let him go get Pablo Mari because he worked with him at City.
You mentioned
in
his
the
name
background.
earlier though. Who's the guy that asked at the time when
Sven Millenstein.
Yeah. So again, like H said, there was a bit of a show going on at Arsenal around that time.
But we had an agent as well.
Arteta comes in. Luckily, at the same time, because the same could be said about Ten Hag. He usually worked with Overmars, and him and Overmars used to work in sync at the clubs that they was at. And then when he went to United, Overmars had that thing in his private life about the women phones, allegedly, blah, blah, blah. Couldn't get him over. At Ten Hag without Overmars was shocking. So sometimes you get a good sporting
needed to.
director.
You needed- yeah, you
it
needed
can be
that
good, or it can be like when Emery was in charge and you had that, whatever his
we
name
still
was.
had that,
it was poor.
that other idiot when we first had Arteta, you know, the Raul Snelelli or whatever his
But
name
you know what
is.
it is? It's the structure of the clubs as well. Chelsea went through the same thing where it's like, for a long time, yeah, the identity of the club is almost like anchored to the manager. The manager makes the decisions. He is the driving force. The players.
That's a manager, right?
Yes, but football's changed now. So, for example, Chelsea had that with Mourinho and all the big name brand managers that used to go and get. And then they thought the club want the power. So we want bare yes men,
Coaches.
whatever it is.
This is what I was about to say. A lot of these managers, we only use the word manager.
Yeah,
'cause
that's what we're used to.
our whole life. Every time they come up on Sky after a match, whatever, look what it says. It says head coach.
Yeah.
That means they don't have full control.
They
of the club.
don't.
It's
You're
now-
just a
it's
head
now
coach.
changed. It's
You're
changed.
not a
It's changed.
manager.
We're comparing Arteta and Emery when there's not a lot of full control. Arteta does better than them.
Yeah.
That's
Because you know
that's what
why?
it is.
Arteta, and I was speaking to people inside the club at the time, this is going back a few years, there's a place they walked through and it had checkers, you know the place? There was like checkered floor,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
checkered,
yeah.
and there was little things that Arteta, that Arsenal used to have in their heyday that he brought back. So when you haven't got, you ain't making the changes at the top or the transfers and that, sometimes you have to go back to basics. Like I've done that with my own career recently. You go back to basics and sometimes basically, what we think of Emery, how he gets smaller clubs and da-da-da-da, I think Arteta is 10 times better than him at that. And I think Emery probably is better than we think at these bigger clubs, given the chance. I think the writing off of Emery, I think is unjust. I think he's a great manager, not even good, great. But I also think Arteta is better at the smaller club thing or the fixing from the inside.
I'll be totally honest, they're not miles away from each other, just in general, because it's not like Arteta's gone and done it.
I think tactically, Emery, bro, I've watched him a lot this season, yeah, especially against us. The first half, their pants.
Yeah, man.
He sees what's going
Yeah,
on.
man, he's
Second half, they come out, they win
genius,
the game. They'll be
But
losing as well.
is that a good
You
manager?
don't get to do that at a good team.
But I'm saying this. He might need that move in modern football. That's that little step up from Villa. Maybe a Spurs. Chelsea. I was thinking that.
I'll
Does
be
he
real.
turn Chelsea
No.
up? I don't know. Maybe with what's going on, I think maybe Chelsea's the size
United?
of club. No.
Nah, crash and burn.
Liverpool.
No, we're too big. We're too big.
Players of a certain stature just don't get him. Arteta, I think it's similar to Moyes, innit? Where United or whoever identified him
No, it's
as a gaffer.
Alex Ferguson.
Well, that's United at the time, bro.
You don't think Moyes could have done? Sorry, lipstick. Like, I think that's the same sort of thing. I think given the chance, to
Bro.
burst 1 second. Moyes to burst through. Remember, I've just had Moyes. I've seen what he can do. It wouldn't have been pretty.
At West Ham, bro.
At West Ham, at Everton.
But stop.
Let him
Stop.
land.
I see what he done at Everton too. Just because
That's
they're not winning
Everton.
leagues.
That's Everton.
Bro, point is, they're good managers. I've seen them for 25 years, bro.
Bro, you don't want Big Sam at Arsenal or
Big
Liverpool.
Sam is go and speak to anyone. Let me land.
don't
Go
want
and
Big
speak
Sam
to
at
anyone.
Chelsea, you know.
Big Sam's a good manager, tactically astute as well. Don't listen to the
Not
papers,
when he goes
bro.
up against the wicked Dons, bro.
Like, you didn't even let me finish my question to the Man United guy. Jesus Christ.
Don't bring the Lord involved. It's around his birthday.
You know, so I'm saying, in listening to what we've said about maybe Emery should have maybe got a little bit more time. In football, no one gets time now. We know this, right? I still think Moyes at United should have got more time.
I prayed for that.
Because
I
people that
prayed
have come
for
in
that.
after, people that have come in after have done nothing. Go on.
Not to make it about United, but why I think it would have never worked out for him is because, one, I feel like the job was forced upon him through Sir Alex Ferguson because it was his decision. He said, get the Scotsman. Secondly, he was out of his depth at United. He came to United and Evra, Ferdinand, a couple of them
First
have spoken
signings.
about it, yeah. They said Moyes was on the plane with us or something, and he's doing stuff that he was doing at Everton, where like he's taking all the players out to the beach randomly and not knowing that this is United. Like there's superstars here. The whole beach ended up getting fouled, and the players without no security or nothing. Yeah, cool
Man, for
stuff
the
like that.
Merseyside.
Secondly, Ferdinand and that also said he was asking us for tactical help and like stuff to do on the pitch. And
I'm taking them beach.
What's his
I
stronger
want to
foot?
ask Plas. I want to ask him after. He's a United fan as well, but that's the answer that
he was
there.
out of his depth, man.
Maybe he was. Maybe he was. Hang about. Maybe he was, right? But you look like he needed to go in. He needed to learn, bro. You need to give him a chance to learn. But anyway, forget that. I just asked him the question. You've answered.
Bro,
the
he
question.
bought Fellaini.
What do you think?
That's not upstairs.
That's facts. Schneiderlin.
Ferguson built like a dynasty. He built like the whole culture. He built the club. He built everything there. And it's a bit like when managers come in, they're kind of given that opportunity to like put your stamp on the club. That was not what Moyes was brought in to do, and it was never. He got to come in and you got to try and like maintain. And Moyes
Like
weren't.
Slot did.
He's not used to doing that. It's
Teach
like you
him
gotta
on the job. This is United.
Keep
like.
all these guys happy. Bring someone in. You know, you got a slightly aging squad, but world-class players in there. You got to keep them all happy. Very difficult job, and I just think it was above him.
Then he bring in Fellaini.
Yeah, I mean, I quite
And
like
in that
Fellaini,
sense,
but-
then
Dog.
you're right. Emery was nothing like Moyes because they brought him in to be someone, bro. They thought he was ready.
Little Fergie. They bring him in to be little Fergie.
No, I'm
Then he
saying
was little
but
man.
But Emery wasn't brought in to be. Emery wasn't brought in to be little anything. He was meant to
He's
be
brought
the
to
next
build,
boss. Yeah,
rebuild.
he's meant to build. So that's why I think, yeah, some of the signings may be, but I think they kind of would have given him creative control.
Hey Dan, they thought they were getting Khabib and got Hezbollah. You get me?
Can I ask you this as well? So are we saying though? That's because I just need to get this straight. Just clear me up right now, please. So it was an 8th, and a 5th. He didn't get the time to learn on the job. He got the time to learn on the job, right?
Yeah, but he was under pressure in those. He was still under pressure.
Again,
Which you gonna be?
No, but again, Steve-O, Emery was brought in as a successful manager. So the fact that he wasn't successful is get him away quickly. When we realised that maybe the successful manager route isn't the route to go, bring in a guy that we could give more time that's under a bit less pressure. And that's Arteta. And
But at the time, you still was Arteta out. So you were
100%.
still, if the fans and if the people, the press would have got their way, he would have just been out anyway. So you lot wanted him out, same way you wanted my
Yes.
man out.
Do you know how much the manager merry-go-round would be doing if everyone got their way, bro? If everyone got their way, the manager merry-go-round, it would just be non-existent.
So
like.
they felt the same way about the other
End
guy.
of the day, you know what I say to every fan that wants a manager that's in trans, you know, like in the motion of getting it right. Look at West Ham. They wanted champagne football over, getting top 10. They're now relegation favourites. You get what I'm saying? In the source of looking for champagne football, they had a guy that was getting them top 10 every season. They're relegation
I
favourites.
just think it is. You know what it is? I think this is where I defend Emery for his time at Arsenal, yeah? He came in after Wenger, innit? Who, as much as we love him, but he left us in a mess, bro. He bought Lacazette Lacazette weren't working out. Quickly go spend the money that Emery would have had on Aubameyang quickly, and then not make Champions League and just go, yeah, vampire guy, you get it. And it was never gonna be easy. Like, no, honestly, like and that in a sense is, I hear it in it, but the fact of the matter is, bro, he didn't do it. He didn't do it. And like GOP said, there was talks that we wanted Arteta at the time. Remember, Arteta had been in the coaching staff at City for 2 or 3 years at this point, but the fan base demanded a successful manager. And we went and got Unai Emery. And at the time, we wasn't vexed at it. We thought, yeah, we might not win the league straight away, but exciting, attacking football, and went and got Liechtenstein and all these, man.
Yeah,
So
I think Arsenal was caught in between like the Chelsea way of doing things.
I think the fans have too much say over there, man.
Chelsea had this thing of being able to constantly go and just get, and when it's not working, you're gone, you're in, win now. And that pressure, it worked at Chelsea. We were successful with it. But you had to have a lot of bread and top resources, serious PR, because players, you still got to be able to pull in top players. Arsenal had none of this at the time. Arsenal were a joke man team. I think them times still you were flirting with that wage structure thing of not going over 100. Like, it wasn't an attractive place for a player to go. So I think
players were running contracts down.
Yeah,
that's what players do.
Ozil did it.
Yeah, all the players do it at Arsenal.
It is. I think this is one of them ones where we can't get an answer, but we know the answer. Batman v Superman. They try lie.
No, wait.
One of them's clearly got superpowers. One of them's got a lair. Like, a lair's cold, but he can't fly, bro. They're both heroes, though.
He's got a kite and a utility belt.
And a butler, some laser watch thing.
But somehow Superman struggles with him, you know. Every fight.
Remember, do you hear what
But
he
he's
whispered?
intelligent.
I know your mum.
Who's the most?
I know your mum.
I was at the christening.
They're always yeah.
When Superman is about to kill him, he's like, I know your mum.
Yeah.
Marcia. You know Marcia? You swear.
That's why Batman don't even know his mum.
Nah, Batman don't.
Batman don't even know his mum.
Superman loves his.
He does know his mum.
He does.
And it's Martha.
But his mum got killed,
His mum
bro.
got killed in the alley, bro.
Yeah, he knew her when he was a kid.
Yeah, but he was there.
Yeah.
But he don't
He
know
mum and dad. He was 10 years old.
He didn't get to know her. More. that's what he's trying to
Didn't
say.
get to know her.
More like.
Who's Batman? Who's Superman?
So we can't-
Let's
All right,
bring it
wait.
down.
Because
Let's bring it
if we're
down.
being serious, Arteta's Batman.
Nah.
Arteta is Batman.
What? And Emery's Superman. After you lot just put him down for a whole show.
Superman gets badded up. Lex Luthor
Let's
bads
bring
him
them
up all
both
the time.
down. Let's bring them both down.
Girl gets cheats on him.
Arteta is Batman.
But Emery
Arteta's Batman.
ain't great.
I think Arteta's a credible Hulk.
Arteta is Batman, I
need
think.
two new
But do you know what it
superheroes.
is? No, Arteta is not Batman. He's Bruce Wayne.
Who's the other Wolverine that looks like Triple H with the hair? Sabretooth. Sabretooth's a bad boy, you know. He ain't got the metal claws.
Yeah.
So this is what I'm saying.
He gets his one shot
Arteta's got metal claws, but Sabretooth, Emery, he's got long hair.
No, I hear that. Bro, I respect it.
The thing is, yeah, Arteta's got Alfred, bro.
Alfred's a serious man.
Is that the set piece guy?
That's it.
Jova.
He's got somebody doing something. Corners. He's got people behind the scenes working for him.
Nah,
He's
man,
got
you man made it so difficult. It's Iron Man and War Machine. And
Machine's black, though.
Arteta is Iron Man because War Machine gets all the credit. He's the one that flies with the president. He's the main one. That is...
Boys, you could tell you lot don't watch comic books. Watch comic
Watch
books.
We are done.
Thank you for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah, like, comment, subscribe. See you in 2026.